Hey folks, Dude here, coming at you on Of All Things, today being Monday, November 2nd. And it's going to be kind of a two-part video, and, well, first and foremost, we need to bid adieu to an excellent representative in the United States Senate. That would have been a gentleman by the name of Fred Thompson, U.S. Senator for Tennessee, was a GOP presidential candidate, Watergate attorney, and guy who happened to be on Law & Order. Unfortunately, he passed over the weekend at age 73. His lymphoma reasserted itself, and unfortunately, he couldn't fight it off any longer. We bid him adieu and Godspeed, and sir, rest in peace. You did some really good stuff when you were in office. The second sad occasion I need to report is I am working on my jar of Marmite XO. Basically, one of these things. I mean, usually what I'll do is I'll start out with my Vegemite, then I'll work my way down to either Promite, which I've completely exhausted, and this is a kiwi version of basically Vegemite, and it's different. Okay, it's a little sweeter, it's lighter in flavor. Sometimes I would go with the regular Marmite. Regular Marmite is basically kind of like the British equivalent to pretty much you have Marmite, which is the British one, Vegemite, which is the Australian one, and I would work my way through. Now, kind of a sad occasion, of course, thinking along the lines of like what's going on with Fred and all. But even worse than his passing, there is a liberal rag, and I'm not going to express it in any way more polite than that. A liberal rag online magazine website that basically tries to really just assert itself whenever possible. They're trying to be the most disgusting bunch of leftist pukes on planet Earth. What did they do? Well, of course, being raging leftist assholes of the highest order, they basically pronounced him in probably some aspect of his, political career, maybe a low point, and probably just an unfounded, assertion on their part. But they pretty much brought to the point, we're glad you're dead, rest in hell. One of those kind of just disgusting swipes at somebody who's passed in possibly about the nastiest way you can express it. Well, let's just say that their Twitter is now blowing up. The only problem is those guys, along with, I really don't want to say their name properly. I mean, people gave me some stuff about it when I did that video where I was talking about, the last Republican debates. I would not address them properly by name. You know what? I'm still not going to properly address them by name. These guys are basically the MSNBC business channel that has almost no audience. The biggest audience they ever had, the most amount of commercial money they ever took in was because of the Republican debates. I'm not going to give them any press. I'm going to treat them exactly the way Rush Limbaugh does. Rush Limbaugh will never, ever quote anything to do with MSNBC. So I'm not going to quote anything to do with those CNN, MSNBC wannabes, liberal business channel. But anyway, Gawker, excuse me, folks, I'm come in this yummy brown goo from hell to you. This one, of course, being the XO, and unfortunately, this is the last bottle I'm ever probably going to get unless I want to really, really spend a lot of money on eBay. Ouch. I commit it to you. This stuff kicks ass, man. It is made from nothing but stouts and really, really deep, intense beers. This stuff makes this stuff seem like, kind of like the Honda that just tried to face off against the Z06 Corvette. The Honda tries, but it is not quite enough oomph versus the 400 horsepower car, which is what the XO is. 160 horse versus the 400 horse. This one's got more horsepower. So anyway, what Gawker did on their Twitter was they disparaged Mr. Thompson in the most just disgusting of terms. Case in point, most of the time these guys do this, and they do it for a reason. The channel of which I will not make credit to any name, shape, or form, or even mention them in any way thereof, gathered attention. And it's kind of like that classic thing, like another thing that Rush was quoting from years and years and years ago. It's the classic line. Good press, bad press, I don't care what they say about me as long as they say my name or spell it correctly. Anything that these guys get in terms of good or bad press turns attention to them and gets them notice. I won't do that, okay? I don't want you guys to go, oh yeah, these guys on the channel, blah, 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 channel so-and-so on the cable networks. And this. I'm not even going to give them credit, okay? Not that I don't want you to listen to them or don't want you to watch them, because that's your free choice. You can do whatever you wish to. But I am not going to justify their very existence by mentioning them by name. To me, they are the lowest common denominator. They're crap on my boot heel, and they don't deserve the slightest mention or attention from me on my little channel here on YouTube in any way, shape, or form. So they're not going to get it. But Gawker, if you guys want to go onto the Gawker Twitter and let them know how you feel about the way they disparage Mr. Thompson, I would truly appreciate it, because it was disgusting. It did not need to have happened, but you know what? Every time a liberal passes, I'm going to make note of it on Gawker's Twitter, and I'm going to do it in the most disparaging of terms, and you know what? I hope they don't like it, because they can piss down their own backs, and I don't care. I, of course, hope it's raining, because these guys pretty much just do this lowest common denominator stuff simply to get the attention. What does Gawker really do? Not much. I mean, they're pretty much a fly speck on the universe, but they are a liberal talking point website that gets some notice, some notoriety, and some quotes in other venues. I'm not going to do that, okay? Gawker, you're scum. Very simply put, you are scum. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of this thing off of camera, but I want to give you guys notice, and of course, rest in peace, Mr. Thompson, sir. You served us well, and thank you so much for all your service to the nation. I'm going to break up on this one, folks. Eat good, keep your head ring. As always, you know it, you love it. Gawker and you stupid little cable channel that hosted the RNC debates, you are scum. Pretty much. That's about all I can say about you. You are scum. See you guys.